Hey everybody, welcome to the Cow Emporium. Today I'm doing a mini harvest from the garden. I've pulled some bunching green onions. I'm going to be bringing in some garlic scapes. I'll show you a picture of those. And I pulled my radishes. I'm a little bit concerned, and I'll show you why. It's July 2nd today, and we've been running all day, well, since early in the day at about 39 degrees Celsius. That's pretty hot for us, and it's been roughly that for quite a while here at our place and in most of Alberta actually, and parts of British Columbia are really suffering. Starting to have lots of fires over there. I'm sorry for you guys. Everybody stay safe. So here's the garlic, and I've never really done much with the garlic scapes before because, well, honestly, my garlic has never grown so well. So this part of the plant, that's cool. It kind of curls over and has a little tip on it. Those are the garlic scapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest them from each one of these garlic plants, and I'm going to dehydrate them. I'll probably keep a few fresh. They're really hot, guys. They're really, really garlicky. And, oh, I see I missed a radish. I'll pick that up. So I harvested some green onions today. You can see where I got them from. There's some holes in there. The reason why I did that wasn't because green onions are expensive to buy here or anything, but if we do get a bad storm tonight, it could bring hail, and of course the sensitive things like the onions and stuff and the peas are not things that will survive this, the lettuces. However, our root vegetables, we've been hailed out before, and the potatoes and the onions will come back. Okay, so let's get on with this. So I just brought a pair of kitchen scissors out. I'm just gonna snip them like that. And I'm gonna go along and collect all these. I don't need to show y'all. Pretty sure you got the idea. Okay, so I cut all the garlic scapes off of this bunch of garlic. I have 66 garlic plants, so I'm just gonna do the ones here. They're more mature than the other ones. I'm just gonna take a little nibble of this. Now it's firm. You see that? It's not hollow inside. And it's a very strong garlic flavor, but I think it would be lovely, like if you could manage, you could have it fresh. I've seen recipes where people will pickle these, but honestly guys, I think I'm just gonna dehydrate some and I'm gonna freeze some, and I think they'd be a great addition to like a kind of a surprise, because they're garlicky, but they're also, know how to describe it exactly. Certainly garlicky. If you've ever tried them and you know how to describe them, like they're hot, but I think they'd be a great, like a different addition, a great addition to like anything you would put garlic in, like a stir fry or a stew or a soup or anything like that. Spaghetti sauce, I think that'd be lovely. So after I dry them, I think I'm gonna grind some up. I also think I'm gonna grind up some of the green onions once they're dried, because I think that'd be great to add to like homemade sauces or dressings or something like that. I think that'd be awesome. Okay, see, that's my first awesome. I'm so excited to be harvesting in the garden, even though it's like not really that big a deal. It's just a few things of green onions and radishes and garlic scapes, but I mean, it's a start. Woo! After washing the green onions and separating the bottoms out in the outdoor sink, you should check out that video, simple outdoor sink to wash your veggies. I brought them in, and I'm just showing you here that I'm going to be trimming off the root end of it and pulling off any of the green onions that are not just in really good shape. See, I've pulled off and I've cut the tops off of them, and you don't want to be saving anything from your garden that isn't just really good produce if you can help it. So I'm not dehydrating the white part of the onion because I think that it would be best enjoyed fresh. I have lots of dehydrated onions and I'll probably be doing some more this year. So you want to make sure that you cut your green onion pieces about 1 inch or less and take out any of the thicker stalks because they're not going to dry nicely. And I just put them in with the other bits that I'm going to use in salads and stir fries. So there I've got them all cut up and I've saved off the bits that are bigger. And I got my garlic scapes and my leftover green onions that I thought we'd use fresh in a bag. And I have some garlic chives there on the tray. I'm going to experiment with just one and see how they dry out. Okay, so here's the dehydrator. It's actually sitting out in my garage. I'm not going to show you my garage, but I'm going to talk to you a bit about what's happening in the dehydrator. So you can probably hear them. They're a little bit crunchy. What I did this morning is I unplugged the dehydrator for a little bit. See, this one is still a little bit soft. I unplugged the dehydrator for a little bit, and then it allows the green onions or whatever stuff you have in your dehydrator for the moisture content inside of them to level out a little bit. And then you know that they need to be dehydrated some more. I'm just gonna try and find the garlic scapes here. Of course, they're on the bottom rack. So here they are. I'm not sure that this is going to dry. I'm gonna leave it in there for a bit longer. That's a seed pod. And these are solid, hey? So they're not drying very well either. So I'm not sure that dehydrating is the way to go. And that's why I only did a couple of these garlic scapes that way, because I didn't think that they were gonna dehydrate very well. Maybe I should stick them out in the hot sun right now because it's really hot out. So I'm gonna put this back together and let it keep dehydrating. Okay, so in an effort to wrap up this video and not have it go on for another couple of days for you guys, I decided to bring a small sampling in to put into the jars. And I just want to say that I did not, some of you might wonder, I did not leave the dehydrator on the paper in the garage. It's on top of our deep freeze, and the deep freeze is kind of a extra workspace in the garage sometimes. So it's certainly wouldn't be safe to leave paper under it because it gets pretty hot. And I put it out in the garage because I didn't want it to heat up the house any more than the house is already pretty hot. So anywho, so that's what's happening. And here I'll show you how I'm going to be storing these green onions once they're completely dried. I brought just a small sampling of the green onions in. And so this is an oxygen absorber that comes in some freeze-dried food that I order. And so if you have one of these kinds of things or a silica pack, you could use that. But we like to just throw some pickling salt in the bottom of the jar. And that's worked really well for us. So just a little bit. And it just sort of hangs around the bottom of the jar. And that's worked just fine for us. But I, as always, don't take my word for it. And then I would use a funnel properly to fill the jar with the green onions and secure the lid and put them in a cool, dry place. And that's it. Happy dehydrating, guys. See you in the next video.